Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about the Peaches and Dreams palette from Shroud Cosmetics. And now this palette was sent to me in PR from Shroud, and I'm so thankful for that. I definitely get very excited every time I see that they're launching a new palette because their themes are always on point, and I enjoy their color stories as well as the artwork on the packaging. They have some great ideas. And this palette is full of beautiful, bright, colorful mattes and some gorgeous shimmer shadows. Now, this palette looks like they've definitely stepped up their shimmer formula a bit. I've always really enjoyed their mattes, but I haven't really been the biggest fan of their shimmers. They're more kind of like a standard metallic shimmer formula. So I'm going to be creating 2 looks with this palette, and I'll give you some of my thoughts at the end of the video. So let's get right into it. So I'm actually going to go in with Drenched. Super pigmented, look at that. And I'm just going to blend it up. And a little bit up in here. I'm not going to take it all the way down here, and I'm just going to feather out the edges with whatever is left on my brush, just bringing it higher up a bit and then just like flicking it out here. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more and press it down just right along where I want it to be the most opaque. And I whipped out my brush, going back in just with a little bit more. Next, taking Flourish. Gonna create an eyeshadow wing with this one. Bring it underneath my lower lash line, just connect it a little bit down here and really wing it out. Sure, why my lens doesn't want to focus. And then I'm just gonna take it all the way down against my upper lash line, and again just making sure it's all nice and blended. Really want this to be pretty winged out. I'm gonna use the shimmer with my finger first, and I'll see how they apply, and then next time I'll maybe use a glitter primer of some sort. Going in with Succulent. Oh my god, oh my god. And that's gonna go right on my lid. Wow. Look how blue that looks now that it's over the blue. I definitely see a lot of green still, but I feel like I see a lot of blue. This is very much a Tropical Lake shadow. Just going back in with another layer to see if I can build it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take the blue and actually put it over the green because I thought that'd be interesting. And I did miss my brush for that. I'm just really curious to see what this is going to look like over the green. Definitely still see the blue. I feel like the green got lost a little bit. And I'm gonna actually take the blue underneath my lower lash line, not on top of anything. Oh, that is so pretty. So sparkly. Definitely getting a bit of fallout, so I would recommend doing your eyes before your base, but keeping in mind that I'm not using any sort of a tacky primer to try and help to minimize. I'm just going back in here and blending everything up here. And I'm going to take Succulent a little bit onto the inner corner as well. Oh, that is just so beautiful. And here's the first finished look. Onto the second look, taking Peach Milk on a Hakuhodo brush. The name is rubbing off, so unfortunately I can't remember. But I'm just gonna pop that right onto the outer corner and into the crease. This will be the lighter shadow, and then I will be adding in Heat Wave to add some depth to this. So I'm just taking this out and blending it, and look at how nicely that's blending. Going in with Peach Milk underneath my lower lash line just a little bit. Then I'm taking Heat Wave into the crease, and it's going to add a little bit more depth. It's looking a little bit sunsetty. Oh, that is blending so nicely together. Loving how this is coming out. And I'm going to also take it a little bit underneath my lower lash line. And for this look, I am going to go in with the Fenty Pixie Epoxy. Just a little bit on the lid. Just want to see how these shimmers perform on top of a tacky primer. Picked up Sun Shower on the rougher 02 brush. I'm going to pop that onto the inner lid and up into my crease. Not really worrying about this being like a half-cut crease situation. I'm kind of blending it in. And then below that, I'm going to go in with Glisten. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, this shade is a little bit crumbly. I think I went maybe a little too violently in with my brush because it's kind of crumbled a bit, but that is so stunning. Definitely a little bit of fallout because I had too much on my brush, so that's my bad. I'm going to take Sun Shower a little bit onto the inner corner as the highlight. And I'm taking Velveteen underneath the rest of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to be layering Whimsy over it. I'm going to take a little bit of Fernie Pixie Epoxy, lay it down underneath my lower lash line, and then take Whimsy and just press it on top of that. Oh, I love that. So pretty. And here's the second finished look. So let's talk about some of my thoughts on the palette. I just first and foremost love the theme, love the color story. There's also matching earrings that you can buy with the palette theme, and they're super, super cute. I really enjoy this color story. I think this is such a fun spring, summer, maybe a little bit more summer kind of color story. Of course, you could use this palette whenever. I think this would be a great palette to pair with some of the other palettes from Shroud Cosmetics, as you have quite a bit of a variety of colorful mattes, and the mattes perform beautifully from the shades that I use, which is all of them technically. Though I didn't really do much blending with the purple, but the rest of the shades were just absolutely beautiful, performed really great. But of course, I will have to try them out some more. Now the shimmers are definitely the standout from this palette. I do believe usually they sell singles of all of their eyeshadow palettes, though I'm not 100% sure that they will be doing that with this palette. I really do hope so, because these metallics are so stunning. I'm so excited to see them dip into a new formula that's much more sparkly, more dimensional, more shiny, though there is still smoothness, which I do very much enjoy. I think if anything, Glisten is maybe the tiniest bit flaky and a little bit fragile. These are just so stunning. I'm the most excited about Succulent. This shadow right here just has stolen my heart. It is such a beautiful, super shiny metallic, really vibrant kind of green. And I think this is the kind of topper-like shade that will be really fun to layer over really any of the mattes in this palette, or just any other mattes you have in your collection. So overall, I'm so excited to have this palette in my collection. Let me know in the comments below if you picked this palette up. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.